Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Today I'm giving you guys my reactions for the death battle of Superman vs. Goku 2 death battle. You guys knew I was probably going to do one of these, and I felt it was kind of necessary for me to share my opinion because a lot of people want to know what I had to think. And guys, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but from what they represented in this death battle, I know I'm going to get killed in the comments and there's nothing I can do about this. I don't really disagree with the outcome. Superman beat Goku once again. I do not disagree with this outcome, and I say this because they did not only use the new 52 Superman, which I actually thought that was the one they were using. I thought that Goku could handle just the new 52 Superman. What they did was is something I'm not actually a fan of, is that they combined the new 52 Superman's feats and powers with the pre-new 52 Superman. With his power, so they kind of made their own Superman, I suppose. I'm not really a fan of that, but guys, I cannot disagree with the outcome of this fight. Now, take note that the actual battles themselves that are animated are not representative exactly of their findings. It's just for entertainment purposes. So there are some inconsistencies because a stronger Superman is, you know, doing things that the Superman before could do, or is not able to do things that the Superman before could. In the fight itself, it doesn't really matter. It was just the fight showing, and that's all great. I thought the animation was actually the most entertaining death battle I've ever done, to be quite honest with you, and I do not disagree with the outcome here. I have no problems with Goku losing because of the version of Superman they were using. They were making their own with the powers that he had. He was a million times faster than the speed of light, guys. You could say Goku's that. I don't think Goku's quite that strong. I mean, quite that fast, really. I mean, Goku's always going to be faster with instant transmission, but a million times the speed of light, and not to mention he's picking up things that weigh infinite weight, which they even say that's impossible, but they say it's written into the story, so you have to take that into account. You cannot disregard it if it's written in the story, even if it doesn't make sense. It's a part of the fiction. So you have to take that in consideration. Goku, they admitted you cannot calculate Super Saiyan God, which is something I was really worried about. I was very worried they were going to calculate Super Saiyan God, or try to, and they did not really attempt that, guys. They used the form and they said it doesn't really matter. They basically said it doesn't matter how strong it is. It has limits, and Superman is really a limitless being. Even if Goku finds some way to break that limit, Superman's going to go above and beyond once again, so to speak. So guys, it does not matter to me who's stronger as long as both characters are represented fairly. A lot of you guys know my problem with the last death battle was that Goku was poorly represented in terms of his stats. They really nerfed his stats, and I still stand by that. I still think Goku should have lost that death battle for the version of Goku they used. They used Dragon Ball Z Goku and not necessarily GT. Whether or not GT Goku would have beaten Superman, that's up for debate. But with Z Goku and the Superman that they used, I don't disagree Goku losing. I was just very upset that their misinformation that they had gathered. Another thing to mention, guys, is in this death battle, as I said, they said they could not calculate Super Saiyan God, and they did not do that, which I was happy about. But I was still a little upset that they used the form in the first place, but at least they acknowledged that you cannot calculate this. And they did say Goku could have potentially used the Spirit Bomb, but they made a good point saying that he really wouldn't, by the amount of energy he would need, he would not be able to gather enough energy in a sufficient amount of time to defeat Superman. Superman would have killed him before he could kill Superman or throw the bomb at him, if it would even work. Now, one problem I did have, guys, is that they said that the Spirit Bomb wouldn't work on Superman because Superman's pure-hearted and it would not affect pure-hearted beings. That's actually not the case. That's a dubbing error. For this death battle in particular, it's not a big deal because they did not take the Spirit Bomb into account with the fight. It wasn't really necessary because Goku wouldn't be able to use it in the first place, but I just wanted to mention that they did get that little detail wrong. That is a dub. Only thing is the pure-hearted. I can't say how well they represented Superman because they used all these different forms of Superman together, which, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm saying for what they displayed, guys, I cannot argue. I do go on record saying that I do think that Goku himself could beat the new 52 only Superman. I do strongly still believe that. I know a lot of people disagree, and I'm sure the comments will be raging for that. But guys, I really don't disagree with the outcome of this death battle. I know a lot of you guys are going to unsubscribe from me, and you know, just because of my opinion here. And you know, to be quite frank, if you're one of those people that are going to unsubscribe after watching this because of my opinion, to be quite honest, I don't really want you around here in the first place if you're going to be one of those people. You're not really the type of person that I want around this channel, and that's the bottom line. So if you're going to unsubscribe because of my opinion, goodbye and good riddance, to be quite honest. I know I sound like an asshole when I say that, but I'm being quite honest. You're not the kind of person that I want around this channel. You know, there's plenty of other places that you're surely welcome, but I really don't want you around here if you're going to just completely bash someone for their opinion or completely, you know, say F you because you think differently. Like, I don't appreciate that at all, and you can just go. But without getting too off course, I knew that I had to tackle that part of this because I knew there's a lot of people that are going to be upset with my opinion, and that's fine. Goku, guys, just think, it does not matter if Goku's stronger than Superman. Like they say, Superman's meant to be strong. He's meant to be the strongest, and I do not disagree with that. Goku has limits, and that's what makes his character great. Goku breaks these limits, and that's what I love about this character. Goku is my favorite fictional character ever of all time. He's my favorite character of anything. I love Goku's character, and that's what makes him so great. And like I said, it does not matter if he can be beaten. Goku's been beaten many times in the series, and that's not something that matters to me. All I cared about was if they really represented Goku fairly. And you know what? For the most part, they really did. They had a couple things wrong. Actually, you know, they said that his base form for the Super Saiyan God is kind of... Well, his base form now is as strong as the Super Saiyan God form, which isn't really the case, but there's a lot of confusion with that. His form is not exactly as strong as the Super Saiyan God form. You know, his base is not equal to that. It kind of diluted. That's why in the manga chapters for Fukatsu no, if we see that Beerus almost sneezes Goku to death. If his power was around a Super Saiyan God still, he would not be able to just sneeze him out of existence, so to speak. So I think that was a wrong thing, but you know, that I guess if they got that fact correct, it would have made Goku weaker, in fact. So they kind of buffed Goku to be stronger than what he should have been. But like I said, guys, this is really something I find strong. I think strong. I think actually, you know, I say a lot of things about Screw Attack here, and I'm not trying to appeal to the Superman fans here because they're not my audience. And I know they're going to be watching this, and, you know, they'll have some things to say about me thinking Superman New 52 would lose to Goku. That's fine. I'm not trying to please those guys. They're not my audience. I'm just giving you guys my honest opinion. You guys know what I do on this channel. I just go and give my honest opinion on things, and that's just the bottom line. It's what I like to do on here. I don't like to have it any other way. I don't like to put on some fake skin. I do think that this was probably the best death battle they've ever done. Next to maybe, you know, Spider-Man vs. Batman. I thought that was a great death battle as well. But bottom line, guys, I don't disagree with the outcome. They got a couple things wrong, but they did not. They knew that they could not calculate Super Saiyan God because he has a lack of feats. They did not try to put some mathematical equation, which I can appreciate. They showed that Superman's doing these incredible feats. To be quite honest, guys, Goku's never even gone close to doing. Goku's never really lifted things that weigh an infinite amount of weight. He hasn't necessarily gone 1 million, I believe it was 1 million times the speed of light. Not saying he can't, I'm just saying it's hard to calculate that unless you go by power levels. Then that's a different story, but the whole relation to power levels and speed, we don't know how those two correlate necessarily. There's a difference between, there's one thing a lot of people need to understand about Dragon Ball Z. There's a gigantic difference between travel speed and combat speed. Goku's travel speed on Snake Way is, to be quite frank, slower than his combat speed in Dragon Ball because he was disappearing from sight all over, moving faster than light in combat speed, brief successions. He was going faster than light in Dragon Ball. But on Snake Way, it took him a few days, you know, it took him a while to get across Snake Way, and if he was going faster than light, it would have been done in basically an instant. So there's definitely a clear difference between travel and combat speed in Dragon Ball Z. Not saying Goku's never been faster than light, because obviously I think by the end of the series, he would have to be. It's pretty much impossible. We see him dodging light, and his travel speed would have to be pretty great. But like I said, guys, I don't want to drag this off too long. I just really want to throw my thoughts out here so I don't have to do another video like this. I'm going to spill all my thoughts out here so you guys can listen to this. But like I said, bottom line, guys, I do not disagree with this death battle. And like I said, you know, honestly, it doesn't fucking matter if Goku wins or loses. It's Screw Attack's opinion. Their opinions, to be quite honest, just as good as mine, just as good as yours, and anyone else that's watching. It does not matter. They've done research, yes. They got some things wrong, yes. But I'm just saying, Superman has the edge over Goku here, and I am not going to complain because I think that I just like Goku's character much more. Goku overcoming limits is what makes Goku's character great. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. you know, if you guys enjoyed this or, you know, had something to say to me, you know, feel free to say in the comments, because I know this is going to turn some heads. You know, a lot of people are going to be a little bit questionable about what I say here, you know, my opinion on things, and that's to be expected. I completely, fully understand your worries. I saw the comments on the live stream for Screw Attack. They're absolutely, you know, death threats all over. And I'm sure I'm going to get a ton of them here, and I'm fully well equipped to tackle those on. But thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. You know, maybe took something out of it, guys, because it doesn't really matter who wins in the end. It really doesn't. It's just Screw Attack's opinion. And to be quite honest, I really have to agree with them on this count for this specific death battle. I know it's not a popular opinion, but you know, let's just close this video out here, guys. So thank you all for watching. Like I said, for the third time now, I guess. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'll catch you later.